everyone, and welcome back. So today I'm going to do this quick little demo of giving you a highlight tip. And this is actually something that I learned from the late, great Helen Van Wyck. And she used to be a painter. She had a TV show on PBS years and years and years ago. She passed away in the 90s, I think. But I've read a number of her books, and I learned this tip from watching her show. And I thought it was very, very useful and very, very helpful, so I'd like to share it with you. And it's called the Make It, Break It, Make It Again. So, and this has to do, again, like I said, with painting and highlights. So I just roughly quickly painted in two silhouettes here of like bottles. And I painted those in with a mixture of phthalo green and black. To make a dark neutral green color. So I painted those in. And what a lot of beginning artists will do when they're first learning to paint and they want to put a highlight on something is they'll take pure white paint. This is just a little titanium white, especially on a glass object like this. But this applies to almost any object that you're going to put a highlight on. You can use this method, and it just tends to look a little bit better, even with real shiny glass. Is they'll tend to get some paint on their brush, and they'll go in. Let me just get a little bit more, and they'll do to put the highlight on. They'll do this. And as you can see, that doesn't quite look right. It's too harsh, and it sits up on the surface. And highlights on objects are very rarely pure white anyway. So the best way to do this is to mix in a little bit of color. So in this case, because we have a green bottle, we'll mix just the tiniest little amount of blue in with it. Just the tiniest amount of blue, so it's not quite white. And here's where the Make It, Break It, Make It Again comes in. You want to go in and put in your highlights like that, just like the first time. But then you're going to kind of blend it out into the surrounding paint that's already there. And you can kind of use that to model the shape of the bottle a little bit. And then, after you've done that, so there we made it, then we break it, and now we're going to make it again. Now we'll come back with just a little bit of this color, again, and right in the center, we'll put the highlights. And can you see how much more naturalistic and sort of visually interesting this one is? Not only does it look more real, it looks better. And this looks kind of harsh and kind of weird. And this reads more as a highlight glinting off the surface of the bottle. And in fact, with some especially transparent glass like this, if you're painting a still life that's got a dark glass bottle in it, sometimes that's all you need to put in. If this bottle was against a very dark background that was just a slightly different color from the bottle, you could basically paint in the bottle with this flat color and put the highlight in, And you don't really need to put much of the rest of it. You maybe could put a little reflected light in on one side. Like, let's say the light was coming from that direction. You could also put a little reflected light in on this side of the bottle. But basically that's like all you need. You don't need to go in there and try to render the bottle really carefully, because the viewer, the brain, and I'm sure you can see this, here looking at this little rough example. The brain is telling you, because it knows that the highlight is here, that this part of the bottle curves toward you, and so it kind of fills in, the brain like fills in the rest. So then it's understood that the whole surface is curved, even though you only have to paint in this one part. So that make it, break it, make it again is a great tip for painting highlights. You can use this on glass, you can use it on metal, even other things like fruit or anything that's shiny that has a surface that's going to cast some kind of a highlight. This is a great way to do it. So I hope that you found this highlight tip helpful and that you will be able to put it to work in your paintings. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and click on that subscribe button so you won't miss the next video. And why not spread the joy? Be sure to share my videos on your favorite social media. Don't forget to head on over to my website, walcottfineart.com, where you can see my art, read my blog, or when you join my newsletter list, you can win free art. Every month, I'll choose a lucky winner from my email list, and that person will receive a mini original oil painting. There's a chance to win every month, so be sure to sign up today so you don't miss out. Plus, you'll get my fun newsletter. See you next time.